Good morning. I'm going to start this video up by showing my net and explaining how I set my net up and how I did my bridle. I bought this net from Memphis Net and Twine. It wasn't very much. It comes dipped. After a while you do have to re-dip these nets. This is a bridle system. I went to Walmart and bought some string, and this is how I set up my bridle at the end of this thing. And this is how my ropes are set up, and this is the type of carabiner that I got on the end. These are locking carabiners. When they go there, these twist, they go with this and lock. And the reason I do that is a lot of times these nets will have stuff get on top of them and get twisted up, logs, sticks, when you set them out, and you need to get them unjammed. Well, with a drag, you can drag your tail line here, which I'm fixing to show a video of this tail line, how long it is. There's different people that has different length tail lines. I'm just going to show you what works for me and how my setup is for the people that's curious. This right here is how I do the carabiner on the end, and I'm going to show you how long this rope is and what type of weight that I have at the end. So here's my weight at the end. The rope stops right about 32 foot. That's 33 foot at the end of the weight. This is nothing but a drive line weight that come out of an 18-wheeler, and it was just an axle. I cut the axle and welded a piece of chain I put on the end, and that is like a window weight that I use. And my tail line's only in total 33 foot. A lot of people will tell you need 50 foot or more. I don't believe so. I haven't used it. I've been doing this for a couple of years. My setup works out pretty good. This is a drag that I built. This right here this piece of iron came out of a semi truck. Again, this piece of axle, I cut it off. I took Coro and made these, but I've since made other drags that's just as good, if not better. All I did was take chain and cut the chains in half and welded them on and made a drag. All a drag is used for, which a lot of us already know, you throw out, and when you pull it, it's designed to hook this rope as you're dragging, and then it pulls it up. See, got my camera off here. That's all that's for. Now let's go up here to the front of the net. Let me show you how I do my anchor system. I've ran J-hooks, all kind of anchor systems I didn't really like, and I'm going to show you this as well. Every one of these nets have to be tagged. I put my tag up here. The other side has my information on it. It's engraved. That's an aluminum plate. You don't have to do that. You could just simply turn around and cut open, say, like a milk carton, and right on there with a Sharpie and put it on there. That's what I do with a lot of my other stuff. When I first started, I was using aluminum. It got very expensive. I realized that the numbers changed every year, so I've made some corrections. Mistakes I've had over the years, I've kind of fixed since I started this. This was the way the net come. The company says don't untie this or undo that at the end. If you mess up your warranty. And again, I have that same carabiner on this end. And again, the reason I do that is if I have to pull my rope and I can get one end or the other and something's on top of it or jammed up, I can just take and drag these ropes, disconnect them from the net, and work up each end that I need. Or if it's just if I just have a log on this line right here, I could simply just drag this line out from underneath the log by disconnecting it. What I typically will do is on one end or the other, take a life jacket and hook to it while I'm working the net loose. I have a measuring tape out here so I can show this system how long my first line. Now this is my anchor system. This is just rebar, and that's an old lug nut off of a semi truck. Again, it was something I had easy access to. This has been working for me for a long time, this right here, since I started. This rope is roughly 20 foot. That's all I need. I don't need a lot of rope on the front of this. 20 foot, that's it. This system right here, the way it works is just how it is. If you'll notice, that thing is canted on a 45 going out. It's not quite a 45, but it's a more or less like a 30-degree angle. When I set my net out, that's just the way I put that down. And the way you put that in the water is we use this pole right here. I bought this at the hardware store. This is 3/4 inch pipe. It's got a 3/4 inch adapter on the inside. I can adapt. I bought 5-foot sticks to extend down if I need to go any deeper. I bought another adapter here, which goes from 3/4 to 1.25 inches. And this is roughly 2.5 to 3 foot right there. I bought that piece of pipe and had it threaded to fit on here. And what this does is this piece right here sets down over this piece right here. And you take your pole and you drive this down in the water, and it stops right here on this. Now, I'm going to do a video on putting this out and how I use this anchor system. This anchor system has worked great. When I put it down, it's easy to put down, it's easy to take up, it doesn't get hung up. The J-hook system over the years, like a lot of people, I've lost my nets when I first started. I had to buy new nets, had a lot of trouble getting them to hook in the ground and actually anchor my net, and it was a lot of trouble, a real pain getting it back up. Most of the time we fought that thing to get it out of the water. It would get hung up on everything. So went to watching other commercial fishermen, and no one would tell you how to do this. So I kind of had to figure all this out. That's why I'm making a video, because it's very unfair. A lot of them guys won't tell you, but I know they're trying to protect their, the way they're making money or whatever. For people like me, I do this commercially fishing just to have extra food to feed my family. This isn't something I do for money. It's just something I do to help mitigate the food bill at the grocery store. But this pipe, in case you're all wondering, let me hook this and I'll show you how long my pipe is. And this works. A lot of you, well, you might need a longer pipe. That may be true. A lot of guys may go deeper with their nets. Like I said, you can add pieces to this. This right here is a 13-foot pole. That's what that is, from one end to the other. It's 13 foot. And this right here works pretty good. I've never really need to set the net out more than, I don't ever really put it in that deep of water. Depending on the time of the year, how hot the water gets, a lot of people say you need to find holes and get in the deeper holes to catch fish. A lot of these I call myths, because I catch fish just fine at what I do, and I intend on doing another video and showing people how I set my net up, where I set my nets. Another big thing. No one wants to show where to set nets. I'm not going to set it where I always set mine, but I'm going to show you the same kind of area. You can set it up anywhere on the river and catch fish, and how and where to set these nets. Another thing is people say you have to bait these nets. I catch plenty of fish with these nets using them. I don't bait them. I've tried all kinds of bait. I really haven't seen a big difference. Maybe there's some people that's had better luck. Now, I am in South Alabama. Our fishing is a lot different than different places. For example, a lot of people don't understand Louisiana. To me, it's a lot easier to catch the fish in Louisiana. I've been over there fishing, and their water to me is a whole lot easier. Here in Alabama, we have pretty much a straight river, and that is it. There might be one or two little canals that goes off. Most of it goes on the private property. It's a lot of issue trying to get in there and fish them. So we are constantly on the main river with these nets, fighting current. And the fish really, like in Louisiana, they have a lot of avenues to run down and a lot of places to go. Mississippi River is a little different than Alabama and Louisiana. So again, depending on where you're living and how these nets are set up is going to make a big difference. This is what works for me here in Alabama. I just wanted to do a little video of it, give you guys an idea of how my net's set up. All right, thanks for watching.